I know a lot of people have been absolutely glued to their phones about this whole Nintendo Switch Online debacle, but if you're one of the few that haven't been keeping up, I'll give you the Cliff Notes version. On September 18th, 2018, Nintendo released their online subscription service. It was a yearly payment for around $20 that gave you access to online play and Nintendo games along with NES and SNES games. For $20 a year, it's not terrible, although the online play is absolutely abysmal if you're not playing with someone who has an Ethernet connection or a strong Wi-Fi connection. Despite having gigabit internet and being hooked directly into my modem with an Ethernet cable, I still have lag problems with Super Smash Bros. Online to this day. Then on October 15th, 2021, Nintendo announced that they were going to be releasing an expansion pack for their Nintendo Switch Online service that included access to Sega Genesis games and N64 games as well. This expansion pack was not free. As a matter of fact, it was an extra $30 a year on top of the $20 you were paying for the NES and SNES games. Nintendo also announced that it would come with Animal Crossing DLC for free that normally retails for around $25, but I can't be the only one that thinks that that's kind of a bad deal, right? I mean, all it's doing is adding another game mode to the game. $25 for that? Keep in mind that $25 is around half the price of an average AAA game. Perhaps I'm not the target audience for this because I'm not really a big Animal Crossing guy, but I think that $25 for standalone DLC or $50 for access to decades-old games isn't the best value. Don't get me wrong, access to games like Banjo-Kazooie on the Nintendo Switch is an amazing concept, but we already had access to games like Super Mario 64 on the Switch. It was Nintendo that took it away themselves. The thing that I was most skeptical about, though, was the fact that Nintendo always offers online multiplayer for their older titles, which is a great quality of life improvement for some of these games. However, knowing Nintendo's online service, I was a little worried. Although perhaps the bump in price would force Nintendo to increase the quality of their online servers. Putting all that aside, I waited until release day. I purposefully didn't buy the N64 and Genesis Online expansion pass. I waited to see what the internet thought. And did the internet think it was worth it?
Bruh.
Needless to say, I think Nintendo should have left this one in the oven a little bit longer. Ladies and gentlemen, you are paying $50 for this. The most insulting part about this entire thing is the fact that Nintendo definitely knows how to do emulation properly. The gameplay I've been showing you is not from Nintendo Switch Online, it's from Super Mario 3D All-Stars. It's running Super Mario 64 pretty much flawlessly. I didn't notice any major issues when playing it, but Mario 64 on Nintendo Switch Online? Jesus. If you think that's bad, other games made out far worse.
So here's N64. Here's Switch with the muddy water. And here's Wii VC. Another emulated version from 15 years ago? 15 years ago.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people have forgotten this, but the Wii and Wii U's Virtual Console was able to play N64 games pretty damn well. No, it wasn't perfect, but it was a lot closer and much more faithful than Nintendo Online. With buggy as hell graphics, unremappable controls, and an atrocious online system, N64 games are at their lowest point here. They genuinely look better on the official hardware, and that's kinda sad. I mean, let's be real here, you would think that the original company that made the original console would have the utmost information on how to emulate it properly, but that doesn't seem to be the case at all. I would love to know your guys' opinions on this, but me personally, I'm not going to be buying this pass yet, not until they at least iron out some of the bugs. I know they're not going to fix the online play, it's Nintendo, it's been an issue for a while, but I would love to see some of these bugs squashed so that way we can have the definitive version of N64 games on Nintendo Switch Online. But until that comes, I guess I'm just going to be dusting off my Wii U whenever I want to play N64 games. Oh, who am I kidding? I still love the Wii U and still play them regularly. Yeah, I think I deserve that.